Okay, welcome back to the session number 2 for this day 3. And we were discussing about whether we are going to find that number is divisible by 2 or 3, right? Or etc. We are going to analyze whether it is divisible or not without dividing that number, right? As an example, if we are going to have like 2, 4, 8, 5, 6, 9, 1, we have to check whether this number is divisible by 2 or not without dividing this number. Right? It's very simple. We can say that what we have to do is we have to analyze this last digit, right? If this last digit is ending up with the numbers is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then we can say that it will be divisible by 2. But this number in particular is not ending with those mentioned numbers above. Therefore, the whole entire number is not divisible by 2. However, it will be divisible, but there will be some decimal points, right? It's not a whole number. You know what's the whole number, right? Okay. So then it will not be divisible by 2. Likewise, we can analyze whether this number is divisible by 4 or not. Can you say that whether it's divisible by 4 or not? Maybe this one, 94. If we have 2, 4, 8, 5, 6, 9, 4, can you say that whether this one is divisible by 4 or not? How can you come to know that whether it will be divisible by that number or not? Can you answer that? Can you answer that? It's very simple. What we have to do is we have to check these two numbers. We have to check the last two digits, whether that one is divisible by 2, sorry, that one is divisible by 4, and then the whole number, entire number will be divisible by 4. That is the answer, right? So can you check that 94 is divisible by 4 or not? 2, 14, so then there will be a reminder. So then 94 is not divisible by 4. Therefore, the entire number is not divisible by 4, right? That is the phenomena behind this one. Likewise, whether we are going to find out it is divisible by 8 or not, how can you calculate that? How can you come to know that whether this number is divisible by 8 or not? It's very simple. We have to check the last 3 digits, right? Last 3 digits, whether these last 3 digits are divisible by 8, and then it will be divisible by 8, right? So that is how we check. So we saw that 2, 4, 8, right? Now we are going to see whether that particular number is divisible by 3 or not, right? We are going to check whether it is 3, right? So if you are going to check that, what we have to do is 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1 is divisible by 3. How can you check that? It's very simple. We have to add those digits together, like 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. We have to all these digits together, right? All these digits together and check whether that is divisible by 3 or not. Can you check that? 4 plus 2, how much? 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 1, it will be 10. Even you can add these two digits together as well. 1 plus 0, it will be 1 as well, right? Sorry, not equal, huh? 1. So 1 is not be divisible by 3. Therefore, the entire number is not divisible by 3. right? So hope you understand about this one. If you have any question, you can ask it to me. Any question? Okay, can you say that whether this one is divisible by 3 or not? This one is divisible by 3 or not? Can you say that without dividing this number? Can you say that? 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. Right? Adding all those digits together, that will result in 9. But we know that 9 can be divisible by 3 without any reminders and other stuffs. Therefore, the entire number is divisible by 3. That is how we check it, right? So we saw 2 okay, 4 okay, 8 okay, and 3 also okay, right? Now 4 okay, 5. We are going to check whether it's divisible by 5 or not, right? If we are going to analyze that, what we have to do is we have to check that last number, right? Maybe whatever, 2, 3, 5, whatever, 4. We have whether it is divisible by 5 or not. If we are going to test it, we have to only check this last digit. If that last digit is ending with 0, either 0 or 5, and then that entire number will be divisible by 5. Is it clear? This one, 4 is divisible by 5 or not? No, it's not divisible. Therefore, the entire number will not be divisible by 5. Right? So whether this one, 230, can you say that? This one is ending with 0. That means it will be divisible by 5. Therefore, the entire number will be divisible by 5. That is how we check it. After that, now we are going to see whether that particular number is divisible by 6 or not. Sorry. Okay, 6. How can we check that? It's very simple. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 6. We are going to test it, whether it is divisible by 6 or not. It's very simple. We have to add all these numbers together. 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. We have to add all those numbers together. What will be the answer? It will be 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 5, 14. 14, we can add these two digits together. That will be 5. We know that 5 is not divisible by 3. We have to check here 3. It's not divisible. Therefore, the entire number will not be divisible by 6. Even if the number is divisible by 3, we have to again check that whether that is divisible by 2 or not. Right? As an example, if you are going to find out whether that particular number is divisible by 6 or not, we have to analyze this technique, this method, as well as this number, 2. It should satisfy both these criteria, right? Both of these two conditions should be satisfied with that number if that number is going to be divisible by 6. That is the criteria, right? So let me provide you an example. Let me delete these things. Okay. So what is 2, 3, 1? Can you say that whether it's divisible by 6 or not? Can you say that? No. Why? This can be divisible by 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, it will be 6. It will be divisible by 3. Okay. But it will not be divisible by 2. Because 1 is not divisible by 2. Right? Therefore, the entire number will not be divisible by 6. Right? So can you answer this one? 172 divided by 6. Can you say that whether it is divisible by 6 or not? Can you say that? It can be divisible by 2, okay, because it's ending with 2. If that particular last digit is ending with 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8, then that number will be divisible by 2. Okay, this number is ending with 2, therefore it will be divisible by 2, but it will not be divisible by 3. Why? Because 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 2, it will be 10. 10 is not divisible by 3. It is not satisfying this criteria, this 3 criteria. Therefore, it will not be divisible by 6. That is how we check it. And for 7, we don't have anything to check it. We have to check all the numbers, if that number is divisible by 7 or not. Again, if that number is divisible by 8, we saw that earlier. Again, finally, if that number is divisible by 9, what will be the criteria? Do you know about that? What will be the criteria if the number should be divisible by 9? It's very simple. We have to add all those numbers, maybe 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, right? Divisible by 9. What we have to do? We have to add all these digits together. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. So we have 15 over here. Now we have to add these two numbers together. That can also be possible, right? 5 plus 1, it will be 6, right? Now, on the final number, we have to check that number, whether it is divisible by 9 or not. Is this divisible by 9? No. Because 6 is also a reminder. No, it's not be divisible. Therefore, this entire number will not be divisible by 9. Right? Okay. Hope you understand about this one. So 10, it's very simple. Whether it has a 0 in the end, it will be divisible. Otherwise, it will not be. More than that, we are not going to see. Okay. Now we are going to learn a new technique for squaring those numbers. Very simple, huh? Very interesting. Okay. Now we are going to see how we can exactly square some numbers. If I talk about some numbers, that particular number should be ending up with 5. Right? As an example, if the number is ending with 35, it's possible. 25, it will be possible. Likewise, if the number is ending with 5 and squared, and then we can have a technique. Right? As an example, if 25 is multiplied by 25, we can have a technique. If 135 divided by 130 multiplied by 135, we have a technique. Right? We have a technique for the numbers that are ending with 5. Right? So let me provide you the example. A5 square. Right? If the number is multiplied like 25 times 35, this technique will not going to work. Why? Because it's not squaring. Right? It's not going to work. We are going to see the technique that is only for this squaring, right? So as an example, if those numbers are ending with 5, what we have to do is we have to add always 25 over here, right? And then it will be a times a plus 1, right? Maybe this will be confusing for you, right? So let me provide you an example, and then you will come to know how easy it is, right? As an example, 35 multiplied by 35. You have to check it, whether it is a square or not. Of course, it's a square because the same number is multiplied by that same number. So then we call it as square. Okay. And then the second criteria is whether that number is ending with 5 or not. Yeah, they are both ending with 5, not they are squaring, right? So they are ending with 5. So then we can apply this technique. And then the technique will say like this. However, it will be added like 25 on the end like this. Always 25 will come over here. After that, we have to add 1 from that 3. Right? We have to check, obtain that first digit, and then we have to add 1 on that digit. So then it will be 4. And then we have 4 and 3 over here. Now we have to multiply them together. If you multiply them together, the answer will become as 12. That's the answer. So 1225 is the answer. Very simple. If I provide you another example, and then it will be very easy for you to understand it again. Right? What is 45 times 45? Always 25 will come over here. And we have to fix that 4, first digit. We have to fix that number. And then we have to add 1 on that digit. So then it will be 5. And then after, we have to multiply those two numbers. 5 times 4, it will be 20. So the answer is 2025. It's very simple. Right. Now, can you see what is the multiplication of 35? 35 times 35. Hit how much it will be? Can you say that? I think we saw that earlier. So what is 55 times 55? How much it will be? How much it will be? Always 25 will come over here. We have to add 1 from this 5. So then it will be 6. 6 times 5, it will be 30. Therefore, 3025 is the answer. Pretty simple. So how much it will be? 65 square. Is this correct? Yeah. So this is how we calculate these things. Likewise, we can apply that same technique for this as well. So how much it will be? 105 times 105. How much it will be? Of course, we can use the previous technique that we have learned in the multiplication as well. But here, in this particular example, we are going to apply the technique that is learned in this squaring area, right? So then 25 will come over here always, right? And then after 10, we can have the 10 over here. And then on that 10, we have to add 1. So then it will be 11. 10 plus 1, it will be 11. 11 times 10, it will be 110. Therefore, the answer is 11,025. Right? So that is how we find out that squaring over here. Right? And another one is like squaring a number is different from that number, near a known number. So this will be discussed on our next session. Right? So the next session will be held on next Saturday at 8 p.m. Right? So keep in mind that we can have that session on that Saturday. So goodbye.